My first guest tonight, she is an artist on the rise, a singer, a London-based singer and songwriter. Her name is Siobhan Eloise. Welcome to the show, girl.
Hey, how are you?
Yes, energy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm good. How are you?
I'm feeling very blessed. Thank you very much. I'm feeling really good. I was a little bit nervous about coming on,
Girl,
but I was like,
listen,
let's
this is
do
just
it.
a chat. This is a phone call. We got this. You have got this. But look at life. Look at the beauty of life. I was called to cover last minute. I'm usually on a Friday,
For real.
8 to 10 p.m. I check my emails. I always flag new music that comes through. And look, here you are. Here you are. But you know what I love? You showed up. And I'm loving your track. I'm loving your track.
Of course, you have to show up. You know what I mean? And shout out to Paradise Edge for setting it up for me as well.
Big up Paradise
love.
Edge. On it. Someone that I love management that just send me. I'm like, this is what I need. Boom, in your inbox. So big up Paradise Edge. Let's start from the beginning. I love to get into people's musical journeys. When did you first fall in love with music?
Oh my goodness. I think I was probably about as... my dad always says I sang my first words.
Wow.
And yeah, my dad has always been a massive music fan. I've got a lot of musicians in my family as well, so I've always grown up around old school music, dub plates, to new school music. You know, my dad had the latest 2-pack before we had it.
Love
so
that.
I've always grown up around music my whole life.
What sort of music was playing in your household? You mentioned 2-pack there. Was he an old school hip hop head? Was it reggae? Was it an infusion of everything in your household?
So it was a mix, but it was predominantly reggae, Stone Love. I'm Jamaican, so Stone Love. My dad had, the massive speaker system and a whole dining room dedicated specifically just
They had
to
the house
music.
parties there.
Oh my God, the parties, every single person on my road was invited. The parties were just legendary, definitely.
I love that. Now, I was doing some research on you. Some people call me a stalker, but I call myself a journalist.
If I want a stalker, that means I've made it. Do you know what I mean?
Let me tell you something.
That means I've made
You need
it.
any information, I got you. Listen, you study performing arts. You attended the Institute of Contemporary Music Performance. Talk to me about that experience, because I had an actor on the show. Yes, I'm from an acting background, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I started off, and I had an actor on, Charles Babilola, last night, and we spoke about drama school and how when people say, oh, I did performing arts, I studied it, they don't understand the levels that you go through when you're studying performance art and where that sort of takes you. So tell me what the experience was like when you were at the Institute of Contemporary Music Performance.
So for me, I actually started off in Langley College in Slough. I did performing arts, just like yourself. And then I went to go on and do a music course. Now, sorry to my family listening, but they don't actually know. I actually got kicked off the music course. Right? So I actually got kicked off the music course because there was this girl and she just kept bullying me, always bullying me. And then I never said anything. And sort of one day I just sort of screamed at her in the middle of the thing. I was just like, leave me alone. And then they called me to the office and you know what I mean? They were like, oh, it's, you were obviously shouting or whatever. So I said, okay, it wasn't anything terrible, but I actually got kicked off and I was like, okay, so let me leave. I was 3 days in and then I thought, what can I do? So that was a blessing in itself, because then somebody who I knew came to me and said, there's this school called the Institute of Contemporary Music. Now, I think you'd be fantastic, but it's, at this time I had moved back from Jamaica, so I was living on my own. I was very young.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to sponsor myself. So I looked into it and they said, oh, you can get a sponsorship. So I ended up actually getting a sponsorship to Institute of Contemporary Music Performance.
Look at that.
So yeah, honestly, that, look at God. So that's how I ended up doing that. I actually went to that college and it was the most phenomenal experience. I was performing with live bands daily. I was learning how to play keys. I was learning how to read music, write music. I was learning music business from people who are actually in the actual industry and coming in, or guests, or, whatever it is.
So it really prepared you for this music game then. What would you say you learnt most about yourself during that time? Deep one, I know.
I know during that time that I had everything that I needed, but I needed to have more confidence, which is strange because if you know me as a person, I'm out. I've got 7 personalities. So I'm outside.
Oh, that's hilarious. I love that.
Yeah.
What star sign are you? Here we go.
Leo.
This we go
Obviously, you
left
have
now.
to be a Leo. Pure fire, Leo. Come
Yeah,
on.
my mom's a Leo. I know all about you lot. Amazing.
I'm a July Leo. I'm a July Leo.
That's all right then.
Put it out there.
That's all right. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Now, you've performed at various shows and festivals. What would you say the best performance has been yet for you? Like, where's the energy been like next to none?
My friend Michelle's wedding.
Oh,
and I know everybody thinks that, you're going to do... I've done loads of different shows and, as they said, at festivals, and I've done Windrush and things like that, which was phenomenal to feel that energy of people getting, coming together and supporting our culture and our background. But I have to say the highlight is my friend Michelle asked me to sing her first dance with her and her husband, and it was phenomenal. I hope she's listening. I tell you, the energy that surrounded that, right? The energy that surrounded that was phenomenal. People thought that they had actually choreographed their first dance because it was just flawlessly beautiful.
I love
so
that.
her and her husband Mari, I sang for them, and it was amazing. And there's a whole story behind that. So,
beautiful. Do you know any R&B artists I get on this show? Any of the old school lot, right, in America? I make them promise me on air that they're going to perform at my wedding. I've got like Anthony Hamilton booked. I've got Delvin from Jodeci booked. I mean, I've got. I don't know when this wedding's happening. I don't even know if I'm getting married. But hey, I've got them already.
That's like me. I don't even have the groom yet. It's fine. I've already planned.
I absolutely love that. To those that have just tuned in and you're wondering what all the banter and the good vibes is about, I'm talking to an artist on the rise. She's London-based singer and songwriter. Her name is Siobhan Eloise. And we're going to be playing your latest track, Body on You, very shortly. But let's talk about songwriting. Now, as I said, I've been a bit stalkerish. I've looked on your gram. You seem like someone, we seem very similar. You're very in tune. You're quite spiritual. There's a deepness to you, which I like. And I'm drawn to. And I want to know, when it comes to your songwriting, how do you get in the zone? You look like a Sage and Palo Santo burning girl. Well, what puts you in the vibe?
I'm actually burning the stage now. I was like, trying to calm down before I came on. I was like, let me just breathe. I'm on BBC Like, it's fine. It's okay.
Excellent.
So I do sit down. I like quiet when I write. I like to get into a space of, I can feel wind. I like to open the windows. I like to feel like I'm in a free, uncluttered space. And I like to look at flames quite a lot. And I'm not a pyromaniac, I swear. But I like to. I think, I don't know, there's something about the flames. So I like to light candles, or I've just bought this really like dope LED fireplace things. You can change the colours on it. But I like to do that,
Also, another thing that stood out to me on one of your posts, you spoke about the importance of solitude. And that spoke to me as I'm someone that spent a lot of time on my own. And as I said, you seem very spiritual. What does solitude mean to you?
Solitude means to me like being alone with yourself, but in terms of, you can be surrounded by people but still be alone, still be lonely. So I sort of came up with that hook there when the beginning of lockdown, and everyone was sort of thinking, it's terrible, we're all locked in our houses.
I loved it.
But I loved it. And I think a lot of creative people are actually, people say, we're extrovert, but I think a lot of us are equally introvert.
I say I'm an antisocial socialite. So I am the most introverted, extroverted person you'll ever meet. You get me on a good day, I'll be the life and soul and the most entertaining person you'll ever meet. You get me on a day where I'm quite introverted. And I think my regular listeners tend to pick up on that, especially on a Friday. You might get me wild or you might get me calm. So I think, that's what it is when you're a creative, like you said. Now, tonight's tonight's talking point is respect or loyalty.
I've been listening. Yeah.
What would you rather? I know that's a tricky one. Do you feel they both go hand in hand? Or if you had to choose one, what are you choosing and why?
See, I've asked this question to many of my friends about respect and love. Right? And I have the answer for that. So my thing in answer to that, and I think to this as well, is I would prefer respect. And I would prefer respect because if you respect me, like people love each other and do things every day. People love each other and cheat. They love each other and hurt each other. Like if you respect me, you're not going to do that. You're not going to disrespect my boundaries. Do you know what I mean? In any aspect, whether it's a paramour, whether it's your friend or, I want my friends to respect me because then, you know, they'll act certain ways towards me, etc. So I think respect is very important. I know you can't have one without the other, but I think without respect, you can't have loyalty. How can you be loyal to somebody you don't respect?
Preach, girl. Preach. I love it.
Sorry, he's got me in my zone.
Oh, no, you are spitting facts. I mean, Jeremy, if you're still listening, we're getting somewhere. Jeremy called in earlier and said, I'm going to wait to the end of the show because this is the one time that I actually don't have the answer for something. So we're both trying to figure this out. We're all on a journey right now. Your latest single, Body on You, I'm going to be playing it in a couple of minutes. Talk to us about it. I absolutely love it.
Oh, thank you so much. Do you know what? I waited so many years. So everyone was like, where's the album? Where's the single? And I had another one produced, ready to release with Xavier Black. It's called Bonnie and Hyde. And I'm a live streamer. So I stream on different sites, Bigo, TikTok, different things. So find me. And I sat there one night and I was just going through, another way I write is I just click through instrumentals. Yeah. So I was clicking through and I found it, and then I just started playing it, and I just always let the words come to me. Wow. If I can't think of anything automatically, I don't write to it. Yeah. So I played it, and automatically I just sang, I could wrap around you. And then and everyone on my live stream was like, write that now. So I wrote it and ended up releasing it like 4 weeks later.
The opening part of that song's beautiful. We could be perfect. That touched me. I felt that.
Thank you.
You know when you're in those relationships and you're like, we could actually... Did you write that song with anyone in particular in mind, or...
You know, everyone asks me that, and I think I'm going to keep it a secret for a little while until I do. I'm going to do a launch party. I've got a remix coming, and I'm going to do a launch party. And at the launch party, I will reveal, because everybody asked me that same question.
Speaking of the remix, I'm going to do my job here. I know that you've got a remix coming with an artist formerly signed to Diddy's label, Bad Boy Records.
I do.
Any name drops or exclusives for your first radio interview on Raffaella's show?
Oh, I don't know, Raffaella. Do you think I should let the people know or not?
Think you tell should. I think you should. Tell us who's on the remix of this track we're about to play.
Okay.
Are you going to get in trouble for this?
Do you know what? I don't actually know, you know.
Okay,
Let me not say nothing.
Okay.
But it is, I will reveal it soon enough. Maybe I'll tell you what. Well, that's going to be coming out. I'm looking to release one other track and then release the remix.
Amazing.
So I'm looking for about three months. The vocals are already sent from the States. We already have everything. Xavier's already got them.
Fab.
And we're ready to let that out. But I can't wait for you lot to hear that. So you're going to have me back on to find out who it is. I'm going to have to get you back on, girl.
There you go. Ooh. Look at that. Siobhan, you're an absolute legend. It's been such a pleasure talking to you. Your energy is infectious. Your voice is beautiful. I'm loving the song. We're going to support it here on the station. Keep doing your thing, girl. If anybody wants to follow you, engage with you, listen to your music, where do they need to go?
Thank you. And I just wanted to go back to when you said the first line touched you, because it says we could be perfect. I know I'm worth it. So this is a song for everybody in the world to know. Not only is the other person out there, but you're worth it. Whatever you want in life, you go get it, because you are just as worth it as everything else in that equation.
Do you know what? You're psychic. I'm clicking like the poets do.
Yeah.
Tell them, girl.
Yeah. Shout out to Xavier Black as well and Jamil on this as well. Thank you.
I love that. Right, where does everyone need to go to follow you?
So they need to go, all my social medias are Siobhan Eloise, spelled Siobhan, Eloise. See a ban if you forget, because I know someone's going to say it. So all social media platforms, it's Siobhan Eloise, Siobhan Eloise Music on TikTok. Everything else is Siobhan Eloise. So please follow me.
It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Please intro your latest track for us here on the show.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. My name is Siobhan Eloise, and this is my debut single, Body on You.
Thank you, girl.
Bye. Thank you.
We could be perfect. I know I'm worth it. We could be perfect. I could wrap around you. I could wrap around you. We could be perfect. I know I'm worth it. We could be perfect. I know you're worth it. We could be. I feel you close to me, right where I'm supposed to be. Hoping you notice me. Feel you holding me, controlling me. Are you open? Feel like I'm floating. Need you in my ocean. Let's take it from the top, and you hit on the bottom, begging me not to stop. Let me ride on. Can I ride on? You're game for two. I'm amazing. You should see the view. Aphrodite rules. I like your vibe. See you loving me right. Baby, taking your time. Let me ride on. Can I ride on? I like your vibe. See you loving me right. Feel you deep in my spine. Baby, ride on. Can I ride over you? Baby, ride on. Can I ride over you? Can I ride on you? Whoa. Can I ride over you?
Her name is Siobhan Eloise, and that is her latest track, Body on You. Absolutely beautiful, infectious soul, lovely energy. Make sure you follow her on the socials, SIOBHAN Eloise, ELOUISE. So much more to come from her. Beautiful, beautiful track and a beautiful voice.
Body on